This is what's left of the door to the room where the standoff suspects hold themselves up. In other parts of the house, closets in disarray, handles broken, door frame shattered. After 3 of the suspects surrendered, police only had to storm the house to find the one remaining, 28-year-old Olga Brambilla, wanted for a felony carjacking. A recent entry on our KPSP Local 2 Wheel of Justice, she was bitten by the canine dogs that searched the house and taken to the hospital. But just because the others surrendered didn't mean it was an easy day for police.
He decided to close the door on the officers and refused, to come out and have contact with them.
By around 2, more police arrived, and they weren't taking any chances.
I saw the helicopter. It was coming like really close by, so that's why. And I heard him saying like, drop to the ground or put your hands up, and that's why I got worried. I was like, oh my God, like maybe they might get like one of my friends.
They weren't his friends, but eventually 2 of Isiano's friends surrendered. 33-year-old Jose Fuentes, wanted on a felony warrant, and 29-year-old Rene Torres on a misdemeanor. Soon I had a chance to speak with the homeowner, Martha, by phone.
How many people live in this house with you?
About her son, 31-year-old Isiano, still inside. As officers cut electricity to the home, Martha told me she was worried for her son's safety after police had allegedly broken Isiano's arm the last time he was arrested. It was then, at around 4, that Isiano came out of the home, hands in the air, ready to turn himself in. Soon, the final suspect was out, and a tense standoff that lasted almost 3 hours was over. What's the worst assignment for a reporter who hates trash and bad smells? You're about to see it, starting first with a waste audit.
All right, time to get ready. Well, now it is time to start playing in some trash. Welcome to my nightmare. Come on.
But that nightmare was just beginning.
You serious?
This is it. This is it.
Excuse me a moment.
Still, Jennifer Salsiccioli at Vertex Edom Hill Transfer Station and I had a job to do. That job? See what trash should actually be recycled.
It's slippery too. They don't tell you that.
Yeah, it's pretty
Journalism
wet.
school.
Food waste is pretty wet.
Oh.
So there's some more metals and plastics that should be recycled.
Oh. That's not even that bad smelling, and I'm already off. Awesome.
Yeah, this isn't even rotten yet.
This had only been trash for a couple days. Imagine how bad it gets when really old trash bakes in the summer heat.
It smells like a combination of orange juice and vomit.
So what makes someone choose this as a job?
I just became curious as to what is in people's trash so that I can help them, as efficiently as I can. So to do that, you've got to look at their trash.
Although only 20% of this pile is actually garbage, because it's already been mixed in with recyclables and food waste, it will all unfortunately end up crowding a landfill.
Well, looks like my job here is done, which is actually good news, because I think I'm sinking. Yeah, I'm sinking.
After all this fun, Jennifer had to convince the folks who made this mess to choose a more earth-friendly trash plan. All I had to do was take off my Village People costume.
It's not really the job, I think, for me in the future, but it was pretty cool doing it nonetheless. Really appreciate it.
Thanks for coming.
From trash to grease. Not the country, but the grease traps at a local hotel. Sewers filled with almost 10,000 gallons of everything that comes out of a kitchen drain. Showing me how to clean these out are brothers Don and Steve Holmes from Hammer Plumbing.
You gotta imagine food and water sitting in this grease trap for a period of 2 to 3 months is gonna get pretty nasty. So yeah, the smell is worse than septic. Probably the worst smelly thing you can pump is grease trap.
My first job was breaking up the grease spurs.
Go for it. Start stirring it up, chop it around. You'll see it's a little bit.
Oh, look at that. Oh, man alive.
Yeah, you get there's a little thin layer, but now it's real oily because it's a lot hotter. The temperature is all hot water coming into the trap.
I think I see an onion ring. What makes somebody like Dan want to get into this business, Don?
I don't know. I think he went crazy or something.
Next, they let me suck out the traps. But as you might imagine, the closer you get,
it's a very powerful smell. Whoa.
Yep.
Whoa. Time out. Whoa, now it's hot.
Oh, that's real good.
Woo. Let me work that out. Let me work it out here for a second.
Got it?
Yeah, I need a timeout.
Yeah.
2 seconds here.
From here, the trucks drive to a processing center where the hammer guys spray the grease on piles of green waste to decompose it. Wouldn't want to be on the wrong end of that hose.
Really appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
For letting us come down here. Really don't envy you, and I really won't envy you come July.
All right, yeah. In the heat, it's a whole different story. So, yeah. But we'll have to have you coming back then. You did a good job today, so.
Am I
we
hired?
appreciate it. Yeah, you're hired.
Awesome.
Yeah, definitely.
Appreciate it.
All
Thanks,
right.
man.
Thanks.
The desert is clearly home to some dirty jobs, so the next time someone is riding your bumper on 111, cut them a little slack. They might be rushing home to a much-deserved and much-needed shower. Good idea.
Thank you so much for joining us on an absolutely historic day, both here in the Valley and in our nation and throughout the world. We'll see you back here in 25.